remember hugging the donor. I think I was more afraid for the donor than I was for my daughter. I think that sounds crazy, but I think because he was walking in, a father himself to 2 children. And I was so nervous for him. I don't, more than my daughter, because I guess because he's walking in doing an elective surgery for my child, and he's got his own family. So I remember hugging him so close and tight, and I sort of didn't want to let him go. I was so, I was just so touched by his act. But I think his surgery took about maybe 3 hours in total, and it's I think it's a laparoscopic. It was a laparoscopic procedure, so it wasn't like an open surgery. And then Kinsey's procedure, I think by the time we let her go to the time that we found out, like the surgeon came back out, I would say it was like 5.5 to 6 hours. He says, you know, everything went great. You know, Kinsey is, you know, she was a champion. Like, she did very well during the surgery. It could, you know, the kidney looked really good. Like, I remember him saying that when he saw it, like it fit perfectly into my daughter's body. Like, you know, the donor wasn't he wasn't a huge guy, and because obviously the size of the donor and the size of is with a child, you have to think about that, because the bigger the person, typically the bigger the kidney, and then you're putting it into a child. So her donor happened to be a man of, like, you know, just slim and sort of, you know, not too tall. So they said that his kidney was actually perfectly, it fit perfectly into Kinsey's, you know, abdominal, like they put it in the front. They don't remove her old kidneys, and they sort of put it in the front, and they said that it was just like the perfect fit and the perfect kidney for her. So, I mean, they couldn't really say much, because obviously the waiting period after is really when you see, you know, you just have to wait and see whether the body sort of accepts the kidney or rejects it. But in terms of the actual surgery, I remember him saying that it was, you know, very smooth, and there was no complications on either end.